There we go. Hopefully hey, there we go. Everything's picked up. We're good. Hey, more reading.
Huh?
Tosaka freezes. Damn it, Chief, I said something I shouldn't have.
ちょっと待って。
Wait, then you're saying you're just an amateur who can't even run her own workshop. I don't have a workshop. Well, I do have my shed as my training area, but I think Tosaka would get mad if I called that my workshop. I think it's impossible, but I'll ask you anyway. Could it be that you don't know how to handle the 5 main elements, or how to make a pass? Honestly, admit, I thought I don't know. Wow, that's scary. She's so beautiful usually, so she looks pretty scary now. And what are you, just an amateur? That's not true. I could at least use strengthening magic. Strengthening. That's awfully odd magic. So you can't do anything other than that? Tosaka glares at me. Well, to be honest, probably not. The glare makes my answer vague. Why did Saber get someone to a guy like this? She sighs. It makes me mad. I haven't been playing around. I know I'm an amateur, but I don't think that matters right now. Well, I don't care. There's no point in complaining about what's already happened. More importantly, I have to pay back my debt right now. Tosaka takes a breath. Well, I'll begin. Emiya-kun, you don't know what kind of situation you're in now, correct? I nod. I thought so. Well, I could tell easily, but I have to confirm, right? It's only putting Flab on mind if I tell someone already knows about it. I think it's a weird phrase, but I stay quiet and I think she'll beat me up and make fun of her now. To put it simply, you have been chosen as a master. You have a holy sign on your hands, right? On your hand, on your arm. There are personal differences, but there should be 3 command spells engraved. That is a sign of the master. My hand. Oh, this. Yes, that is also a spell that rules the servant, so take care of it. It's called the command spell. You can retain control over your servant as long as you have it. What do you mean as long as I have it? The command spell is an item of unconditional obedience. I think you've already realized servants have their own will. But that mark overrules their will and makes them obey your command. There's no spell to activate it, and it will be activated when you put your mind to using it. But you'll lose one every time you use it, so make sure to only use it twice. If you lose all your command spells, you'll be killed, so be careful. I'll be killed? That's right. It's fundamental Holy Grail law for masters to kill other masters, and the master that kills the 6 masters is awarded the Holy Grail. But, hold on. I don't understand what Tosaka is talking about at all. Like, the part about masters killing other masters, and the part where the winner gets the Holy Grail. Wait, does she mean the Holy Grail? You still don't understand. Put it simply, you've been dragged into a game. A survival game between 7 masters. A game called the Holy Grail War. A battle royale between masters won't end until we kill all other masters. Tosaka wins as the most natural thing in the world. That phrase swirls in my head. I've been chosen as a master. Tosaka says she is a master. Familiar is called servants. And the battle to the death between Magi called the Holy Grail War. Wait, what is that? What are you talking about all of a sudden? I understand how you feel, but I'm just telling you the truth. Besides, you shouldn't understand deep down. You should know you're in a situation you can't run away from. Having been almost killed by that servant twice now. That's... Certainly I was almost killed by that guy, but... Oh no, that's wrong. In fact, you weren't almost killed. You were actually killed. I'm surprised you're alive again. That's like a comment finishes me off. That's right. That guy killed me, and I'm certain he died. No excuse nor good negotiation was possible. I was just someone who had to be killed. So, even if I do deny this battle to the death, that I can understand, the others in it will not withdraw. Do you get it now? Then I'll go on. I don't exactly know what the Holy Grail War is, but I know that every few decades, 7 masters are chosen and given servants. I am also chosen as a master. That's why I made a contract with a servant, and you made a contract with Saber. Think of the servant as a familiar, given to you by the Holy Grail to win a Holy Grail War. And as masters, we are to work together with our servants to kill other masters. Also, by the way, this is going to be a quickish stream. It's only going to be about an hour, probably. I just wanted to stream at least something tonight, so we're going to do 8 hours of reading, which is nowhere near as much as I usually do, but it'll suffice for now. Feels like this description is too brief for me to understand. Hopefully we'll actually get to the church. That's my goal. We actually beat Kotomine. But there's one thing I do wonder about. Hold on. You say sabers are familiars, but I'm not convinced. Familiars are things like cats or birds, right? Well, why do we... Some use human ghosts, but Saber has a body. Besides, she doesn't look like a familiar. And glance at Saber. Saber is quietly listening to our conversation. She looks just like a human being. I don't know her identity, but she's a girl about my age. Just us having a girl named, like, more than enough. But I don't get it. Saber's familiar. And besides, my heart's pounding right now. Familiar, huh? Well, servants are in that category, but they are on a different level. Because that girl over there is a ghost liner, considered to be the strongest of all familiars. Ghost liner. You mean she really is a ghost? A human ghost that stopped living a long time ago. Remaining minds of those with strong abilities remain in this world even after they die. But that doesn't make any sense. A ghost doesn't have a body, and a ghost can only be hurt by ghosts. So, as I have a body, a ghost shouldn't be able to kill me. A ghost, huh? She's similar, but Seibu would kill you if you compared her to one. Servants are heroes from past given bodies, beings surpassing humans, more like spirits. Heroes of the past given bodies. That's right, a legendary hero was pulled from the past or the present, or whenever, and given a body. Well, it's the role of the Master to summon them, and the Holy Grail does the rest. It's impossible for a magus to give shape to a soul, so we're assisted by a strong artifact. Hold on. Hero of the past means but what? Look over at Sadie. And she's a heroine from the past too. Well, it's true that nobody would dress like that now, but still. That's impossible. I've never heard of such magic. Of course not. This isn't magic. Think of this as a phenomenon created by the Holy Grail. Well, okay, that is not accurate. Technically, it is... Okay, in this translation, I guess we could use the term sorcery, because it's technically the third magic. Evan's feeling shit. Recreation of the soul, then the servant isn't a ghost? No, haven't you been taught that any humans, animals, or machines that leave any great achievement behind get removed from its ring of reincarnation and supplement into beings of a higher rank? Heroic spirits are like that. To put it simply, they have been worshipped and made into artificial gods. Ghost magic, such as the supplication ghost, uses heroic spirits to make miracles happen. But servants are familiars of the heroes themselves, so they accompany you in spirit form, but if need be, you can give them form, make them fight. So you mean you give them form, or keep them in spirit form? I don't see your servant, so he's in spirit form right now? No, he's healing his wounds in the summoning circle of my house right now. Saber wounded him just now, right? If I hadn't withdrawn him by force, he would have had his head chopped off. Look, the only one who can beat the servants are other servants, and spirits like them. Well, we can hit them too if they take form, so we might be able to beat them. But servants are all strong as monsters, right? So we let monsters deal with monsters. The master usually supports them from behind. Buzzlock's explanation irritates me for some reason. She calls them monsters. I don't know about the other servants, but I want her to talk about Saber like that. Anyway, someone who becomes a master must kill all other masters using his servant. Do you understand this so far? In other words, yes, but I'm not convinced. To begin with, who started such a thing and why? That's not something I know about, nor should I answer. You should put that kind of question to the one overseeing the Holy Grail. The only thing I can tell is that all you can do now is fight. Your servants are powerful familiars, so you should use them wisely. Tozaka says so, and now turns to Saber. So, from now what I hear from Emiya, you must not be in full form, Saber. You must have been summoned by an apprentice magus who has no idea how to be a master. Yes, I am not in full form, as you said. Since Shiro does not have the magical energy to give it will be difficult for me to turn into a spirit or replenish my magical energy. Okay, the turn into spirit part is bullshit. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you in such a bad state. But I didn't think you'd tell me honestly. I was wondering how I ought to find out your weakness. I do not wish to let others know of my weakness, but I do know I can fool you. It would be meaningless to hide our situation from you. So it would be better for us to tell you our situation, and to have Shiro have a better understanding of the situation he's in right now. Correct. And you have a good personality. Jeez, I really am regretting it more and more now. If I was your master, I would have certainly won this war. Tosaka clenches her fists with anger. Tosaka, do you mean I'm not fit to be her master? Of course not, idiot. Wow, she just said that any normal person would have trouble saying. What? Do you have any more questions? And she doesn't even realize. Her honest image from the school crumbles inside of me. Good going, you say? Tosaka certainly shows no openings, just like a devil. Well, we're done talking, so let's get going. Tosaka suddenly says something strange. Go where? Going to see the guy who knows all about the game you're involved in, the Holy Grail War. You want to know who's behind the Holy Grail War, right? Of course. But where is it? It's already late, so... It'll be fine. It's in the neighboring town, so we should be back by dawn if we hurry. And besides, it's Sunday tomorrow, so it should be fine if we stay up late. No, that's not the problem. It's just that a lot of things happened today, so I want to have a rest and think about them. But are you not going? Well, if you say so, but what about you, Saber? Tosaka asked Saber. Hold on, this has nothing to do with Saber. Don't push her. Oh, you're already feeling like a master. You don't want me talking to Saber. That's not it. It's just that if what you say is true, then Saber's a herald of the past, right? So she wouldn't know this time since she was just summoned. So... Shiro, that is wrong. Servants can adapt at any time. So I know a lot about this age as well. Really? Yes, this is not the first time that I've been summoned in this age. What? No way. What are the chances of that? It says it's about you. And it's technically impossible, but unique case is unique case. So that must mean Saber said something incredible. Shiro, I agree with her. You lack experience as a master. As a servant making a contract with you, I want you to be strong. Saber stares at me sadly. It's a gentle stare that's worried not for herself, but for me. Alright, I'll go. So where is this place, Tosaka? It's a place that we can come back from, right? Of course. We are heading to Kotomine, neighboring town. That's where the false priest, the one who oversees this battle, is living. Tosaka makes an evil smile. Looks like she's having fun dragging me around while I don't know anything. Might be prejudice, but I'm beginning to feel like there's a problem with her personality. Maybe because she's twisted. We walk through the nighttime town. Past 1 o'clock and there's no one out this time. Lights in the houses are out, and only the street lamps illuminate the silent town. Hey Tosaka, are you planning to walk through neighboring town? Yeah, the buses and trains have stopped running, and a walk at night is good once in a while, right? I see, but if I may ask, do you know how long it takes to get there? Well, it should be about an hour walking. If it gets late, we can always take a taxi. I don't want that kind of money, and besides, what I mean is, it might be dangerous for girls to walk at a time like this. You know it's dangerous, right? I will be responsible if something happens. Don't worry, nobody's gonna mess with us. You may be forgetting, but Saber is really strong. Oh, she's right. Whoever it is, if someone attacks her, they will be counterattacked viciously. Rin, what is Shiro saying? I didn't quite understand. Well, he was just making a bigger misunderstanding, or being plain stupid. He's saying they'll help us if some pervert appears. But Shiro is my master. I should be protecting him instead. I don't think he's thinking about that sort of thing. He seems unconcerned about magi and servants at all. I kind of wonder what's going on in his head. Tosaka and Saber know each other well enough to talk to each other. Saber had been silent ever since I stopped her from going dressed like she was. She said she wouldn't take off her armor, so I made her wear a raincoat, and she's been quiet ever since. Now she follows me and only speaks with Tosaka. Wait, where are you going, Emiya-kun? Isn't that the wrong way? You need to get to the bridge, right? And this will be a shortcut. Don't want to walk alongside them, so I quickly make my way to the small side road. They followed me without objection. I come out into a park. You have to cross the bridge to a neighboring city of Shinto, but... Wow, I didn't know about this road. I see, since you can get to the bridge from the park, all you have to do is head for the park. Maybe it's just because it's nighttime. Tosaka's face looking at this bridge seemed more beautiful than at school. I'm troubled. Let's go. We've come here to play around. I hurry Tosaka, who is standing still in the park, and I make my way upstairs. Once we reach the road alongside the bridge, Shinto will be straight ahead of us. There's no one on the bridge. That's only natural, not many people use it even during the daytime. It's more normal to use the bus or the train to get to the neighboring town, but this bridge is rarely used. That's because it's so long and carries the fear that I collapse on you. That must be why this place isn't used for dates, even though it's perfect location-wise. Yeah, it's smack dab right in the middle. It overlooks a nice river. It's relatively pretty looking. It'd be great. And not to mention there's enough space between you and the cars where you don't have to worry about them too much. And the train is above you, so you're all good. That's stupid, what am I thinking? Saber is following me silently, and Tosaka's walking right beside me. Trying to ignore them, I hurry across the bridge. Beyond the bridge, Tosaka leads us to the suburbs. When I think about Shinto, only the office buildings in front of the station come to mind. But there are streets from older times once you get away from the station. The suburbs are more extreme of those. There are hilly roads and high ground overlooking the sea. As you go farther up into the hill, there are fewer buildings. Foreigner cemetery built on the slope, but the hill can be seen. The church is up here. You must have been here at least once, right? No. I know it used to be an orphanage though. I see. Then it'll be your first time here. You should prepare yourself. The priest there is a difficult man to deal with. Tosaka starts up the hill. Looking up, I could see the building at the top of the hill. A church atop of the hill. I never thought I'd visit God's house for the first time for a reason like this. Wow, this is really awesome. The church is magnificent. The whole top of the hill to be the church's land is that flat field welcomed me as soon as I reached the top. The church isn't that big, but it's compelling, towering over visitors. It's less of a church and more of a chapel. If you actually look at it from a building design perspective. But you could also think about it because it's Japan. They might not necessarily be allowed as much space as a normal shrine. So, but it's still relatively nice. They did a good job. Shiro, I will remain here. What? Can I just leave you here? I did not come here for the church. I followed to protect you. Destination is the church. You should not go any farther. So I shall wait here for your return. Saber said clearly. Doesn't seem like she'll budge an inch, so I decided to respect her decision. Alright, then I'll be going. Yes, please do not let your guard down as you're facing, Master. Opens the doors. It is large and impressive chapel. Since it's so large, many people come here during the day. Yeah, and that's why they said it's a chapel. In comparison to what we would classify as a church, it is small, but for a chapel, it is very large. If he's entrusted with such a church, the priest here must be a man of character. Just like, what kind of person is the priest here? It's kind of hard to explain. I've known him for 10 years, but I still can't grasp his character. You've known him for 10 years? That's a pretty long relationship. Is he a relative of yours or something? He's not my relative, but he is my guardian. On top of that, he's my senior as an apprentice. And my second teacher. Senior as an apprentice? You mean apprentice as a mage? That's right. But why are you so surprised? Because he's a priest. Aren't priests forbidden to use magic? By their nature, magus and the church cannot be in harmony. The organization that Magi belong to is a magic association. Any other religion, the side who you wouldn't see is living a normal life, is called the Holy Church. The two are barely similar. They cooperate in name, but they're always trying to kill each other when given the chance. Since the Holy Church believes mages are heretics, and anytime they act out, they try to get rid of them. And the same way works out with the other ones. The Church hates heretics. They totally eliminate inhuman, and count magic using humans among their targets. For the Church, miracles are only given to the chosen holy saints. Any miracle handled by other people are heresies. There are no exceptions, even for those within the church. However, there are a handful of people in the church allowed to use magic circuits. However, it must only be used for certain activities. Most of them are blessings. The higher one rises in the church, the more one is prohibited from the impurity of magic. And for a follower entrusted with a church like this, the more divine protection one receives, the more one should stay away from magic. No. First of all, is the priest here even on our side? Yes, he is the one supervising the Holy Grail. He's a real agent. Well, I don't know if he has divine protection, though. Tosa's footsteps echo as she approaches the altar. It's bad manners to do that when the priest isn't here, and it's so late at night. He won't be in the chapel, so he's in the very private room in the back. So who is this priest? You said a name like Kotomine before. His name is Kotomine. He's a student of my father. We've had an inseparable relationship for 10 years now. Well, I wish I'd never met him, though. I feel the same way. I did not want an apprentice who did not respect your teacher. A footstep. You must have noticed our entry as he slowly appeared on the other side of the altar. You did not enter with very repeated calls, and now you bring a strange guest. So is he the seventh one, really? Right, he's a mage, but pretty much a beginner, so I just couldn't let him be. I believe it was the rules report here when one becomes master, right? It's a rule you invented, but I'll follow it this time. Very well. Then I must thank this young man. The priest called Kotomine slowly turns to me. Everybody hates it. Kotomine sucks. Everybody hates them. The end. Without realizing, I step back. He's not scary at all. I don't feel any hostility for him. But this priest has a presence that makes the air around him feel heavy. I am Kotomine, the one entrusted with this church. What is your name, seventh master? Emiyashiro. But I haven't agreed to this master thing yet. I glare back at the priest, trying to lose his presence. Emiyashiro. The weight on my back turns into a chill. The priest slowly smiles as he met someone unpleasant. That smile makes me... I thank you, Emiya. You have brought Rin here. If it were not for you, she would not have come. The priest makes his way toward the altar. Tosaka moves away from the altar and stands beside me. Then, let us start, Emiya. You are Saber's master, correct? That's wrong. I certainly made a contract with her, but we stand the whole master and Holy Grail thing. The master should be a proper magus, and you should go find a more suitable person. I see. Is it serious? Does he really know nothing? I told you he's a beginner. Train him. The very first steps, will you? You're really good at that, right? Tosaka urges the priest. I see. That's how it is then. I understand. This is the first time you've ever depended on me. Emiyashiro. I can never thank you enough. Father Kotomine laughs. The conversation makes me feel uneasy. First, let us correct your misunderstandings. Listen, Emiyashiro. A master is not a role you can give to someone, nor something you can stop being once you are chosen. Well, you can, it's just really stupid. Those who have the command spell carved on them cannot resign from being a master. You must accept that fact. Why can't I quit? The command spell is a holy mark, becoming a master's trial placed upon you. You cannot escape it just because it is inconvenient. You cannot be released from that pain until you obtain the Holy Grail. If you wish to retire from being a master, all you can do is obtain the Holy Grail and wish for it. You do that, everything will be as you desire, Emiyashiro. Your wishes, even the cleaning out of all the mud inside, is possible. Yes, it is even possible to start everything over again. Therefore, you should desire it. If the time comes, you will appreciate being chosen as a master. If you wish to erase those burns that cannot be seen, all you have to do is accept those holy marks. I feel dizzy. The priest's words don't make any sense. They just confuse me more and more as I listen. Still, his words soak into my brain and clot like blood. Kire, don't go off topic. I asked you to tell him the rules. I didn't ask you to open up his old wounds. A voice cuts in. Also, That clears up my dizzy head. I see. It is pointless to say anything to these kinds of people, so I was trying to take away his morality while he was still misunderstood. I guess it's true that compassion is not good for others, and I rather enjoyed it too. What? Does it do you good to help him? Of course. Helping people means saving yourself at the end. Well, won't do any good if it's preached to you now. So let's return to the main topic, and the issue. The battle you have been dragged into is called the Holy Grail War. Have you learned from Ring this all-out battle between 7 masters using 7 servants? I did. It's for the ridiculous purpose of 7 masters to kill each other, right? Indeed, but we are not committing these inhuman acts because we want to. Everything is the ritual, predetermined, suitable to receive the Holy Grail. Because we require trials to determine its own. What trials? I'll bet this priest doesn't think the Holy Grail thing is a trial. Hold on. You keep saying Holy Grail, but what is it? It can't be actually mean the whole actual Holy Grail, right? The Holy Grail, a grail said to receive the blood of Christ. It is considered one of the greatest holy relics, and is capable of many miracles. The most common rumor about it is that the one who obtains the Holy Grail will obtain the world. But that's just an invention. After all, the Holy Grail itself is something that exists, but doesn't exist. The Holy Grail that makes a wish come true certainly appears in many folklore and legends around the world, but that's it. A fictional power doesn't exist and isn't possible. That is the Holy Grail. So answer me, Kotomine Kire. Is the Holy Grail you're talking about really the Holy Grail? Of course, the Holy Grail that appears in this town is real. As proof, the great miracle of the servants has occurred. Summoning and controlling past year. Note, a miracle close to resurrecting the dead is almost a source. The Holy Grail with this much power shows its unlimited power, and this object's unreality is worthless in the front of that truth. So, it means that even if it is a fake, it doesn't matter if it has powers that would overwhelm even true Holy Grail. Alright, let's assume really a Holy Grail. Then why is it required to do something like the Holy Grail war? We shouldn't be killing each other if the Holy Grail exists. The Holy Grail is so great, we can just share its power. That is a fair argument, but we do not have such freedom. Only one person can contain the Holy Grail. That is not something we chose, but what the Holy Grail has decided. The Holy Grail decides the 7 masters and summons the 7 servants. I told you, this is ritual. The Holy Grail chooses the people suitable to obtain it, and selects for an appropriate owner by making them fight for it. That is the Holy Grail, the ritual, where those chosen by the Holy Grail kill each other to obtain it. The priest speaks plainly. I'm no rebuttal, but I look down at my left hand. There is a mark that they call command spell. It must mean as long as I have this mark, I cannot quit being a master. I am not convinced. Even though only one person can be chosen, I don't like the idea all we can do is kill each other. Hold on, you're misunderstanding if you think I have to kill them. There's no need to kill the masters. But you said we have to kill each other. What do you mean I said so too? You will kill each other. You be quiet, Kire. Now the Holy Grail in this town is spirit. It's not something with form, so it's something we have to call forth with a special ritual, meaning we have to materialize it. We can call forth it as magi, but since it's in spirit form, we cannot reach it. Do you understand what that means? Only spirits can touch spirits, right? Oh, that's why you need the servants. Exactly. To put it simply, the goal of the Holy Grail is to eliminate all the servants except your own. So there's no rule that says you have to kill the masters. Man, she could have told me that earlier! Honestly, just again, this priest are being mean. Now I'm relieved. Even if I enter this Holy Grail war, Tosaka's not going to die. I see, I guess that is one way to think. And let me ask you, do you think you could beat your own servant? Beat Saber? That's impossible. In the first place, magic is useless against her, and she is skilled with her sword. Then, let me ask you one more thing. It's a boring question, but do you think you are superior to your servant? What does he say? Can't be Saber, there's no way I'm superior to her. For this question, my answer, and I'm weaker than my servants, so... Oh. That's right, servants are hard to defeat, even with a servant. So what should you do? See, it's such a simple solution. Servants can only exist with a master. So no matter how powerful a servant is, the servant will disappear if the master dies. So, that's right, it's a natural solution. No one would choose to take the hard way. If you want to win, the most effective ways to kill the servants would be to kill their masters instead. Okay, I understand that killing masters is effective only if you have the servants. But then, if their servant is killed, you make some out of master to them. Only servants can touch the grail, right? No point to a master that doesn't have a servant. No, that right to be a master still remains as long as you have the command spell. Masters and magas that can form a contract with a servant. As long as you have the command spell, you can enter a form a contract with servants. The servants whose masters are killed do not disappear right away. They can stay in this world until their magical energy runs out. Such abandoned servants exist. And a master with no servant can form a contract with them. That will allow them to rejoin the war, both the servant and the master. That is why masters kill other masters. Because if you allow them to live, they will risk they will impede your flow. What if you end up using a command spell? Then you'll be able to form a contract with a servant, and the freed servant will go find someone else too. Wait, that's... Yes, you're right. If you use up your command spell, you'll be liberated from the duty as a master. However, I do not think a magus exists who would waste a command spell that will such powerful magic. If there exists such a magus, he is even an amateur, but a chicken. The priest laughs as he knows thinking about it. I'm annoyed, or he's making fun of me. I think he's trying to provoke me. His tone of voice pisses me off. You must understand now. You will finish the explanation of the rule. Let's return to the beginning of the issue. You said you have no intention of being a master. You still feel that way. If you want to abandon your responsibility as a master, that is fine too. As you have realized, you may use up your command skill to end your contract with Satan. In that case, I will guarantee your safety until the Holy Grail War ends. Hold on. Why do you guarantee my safety? I do not have enough free time to take care of you either, but this is one of them. I have been dispatched to supervise the repeating Holy Grail War. That is why I must minimize the victims of the war. Protection of magi who lost their claims to being a master is one of the biggest responsibilities as the supervisor. Hold on. Repeating. Does this mean this kind of battle happened many times before? What do you mean, the whole Great War didn't just start now? Of course not. Do you think the supervisor has been dispatched if it were so? The church bears a duty to recover holy relics, as we are the lowest special agencies. Originally, it was our goal to research and recover the true cross. But here, we have a duty to investigate the Holy Grail. We investigated the 726th Holy Grail that has appeared in the Far Eastern land. We've recovered if it's real. Disputed if it's not. That many Holy Grails? Who knows? It just means at least that many things that seem like them. And one of those is the Holy Grail from the Holy Grail War, observed in this town. According to records, it is said that the first battle occurred about 200 years ago. Since the battle between masters, repeating a cycle of about 60 years. This is the 5th Holy Grail War. Since the last one was 10 years ago, this will be the shortest cycle yet. You guys insane? You repeat 4 times already? I feel the same way. As you said, people have repeated this event many times. Yes. In the past, the Holy Grail Wars were terrible. Masters were driven by their desires, forgot their teachings as magi, just killed each other indiscriminately. I think you already know, but the highest crime for a magus is to use his magic in public. A magus cannot allow his identity revealed to the public. The masters in the past have violated that. The Magic Association dispatched a supervisor to caution them, but that only made it in time for the 3rd Holy Grail War. The one dispatched then was my father. Do you understand now? Yeah, I understand we need a supervisor. But from what you said, this whole war fundamentally bad. Or is it bad? Because in the past, magi were people who break the rules of the magi, right? Then let's say the Holy Grail really exists. What will you do? Someone who uses the Holy Grail selfishly. If bad, such a thing has no problem killing others. Its job is to teach you to look at the Magi, then should you guys be punishing those kind of people? I question with a little hope. But as I expected, Kotomine laughs. Of course not. There are no Magi who will act outside their own interests. We will supervise the rules of the Holy Grail War. We don't care what happens afterwards. The association is not concerned about what kind of person that obtains the Holy Grail. It's ridiculous. What a master obtains the Holy Grail, worst guy possible. It would be problematic, but we can do nothing. It is the Holy Grail that chooses its owner. We don't have the power to stop a master who has been chosen by the Holy Grail. It's the Grail that grants makes wishes come true after all. The one who obtains it will be able to do as he pleases. But if you do not want that, then all you have to do is put it yourself. That is the most reliable way, isn't it? Kotomine is trying to hold back his laughter. It's like he's enjoying my clumsy inability to accept the facts. What's wrong, boy? I think that was a good idea, so will you not accept it? That's none of your business. Anyway, I don't think I have any reason to fight. I'm not interested in the Holy Grail, and I don't feel like the master, even though if you tell me I am. So you are not concerned about the winner of the Holy Grail will do, even if it leads to a disaster. That's... I can't answer that question. Crap, his words are violent. They force the truth out of me, whether I want it or not. That's fine. You have no reason to fight, so you're troubled by what happened 10 years ago? 10 years ago? That's right. At the end of the last Holy Grail, an unsuitable master touched the Holy Grail. I didn't know what the master wished for. All we know is the result of the disaster that came afterwards. For an instant, that image of hell flashes in my head. Hold on, that can't be. It is. It is an event that everyone in this town knows. And yes, shoot. 500 killed or wounded. 134 buildings burned down. That inferno, still unexplained, is the remains of the Holy Grail War. I feel sick. My vision blurs. I lose concentration and can't focus my eyes. My body stumbles. I hold myself firm. I hold consciously. It's by clenching my teeth. I hold back my nausea with anger boiling up in me. Emiya-kun, what's wrong? You're pale white. I know it's not a comfortable story, but if you want, you can take a rest for a while. Must be look terrible. I think it's rare for Tosaka to reword like that. Don't worry. I feel better after seeing your weird face. Hey, just what that's supposed to mean. I have no hidden intentions. I'm busy living with it, so don't worry about it. Hey, that's worth you, big oof! School's number one understood Tosaka and smacks me in the head. That does it. With that, the nausea and anger go away. Thanks. You really did help. So don't try to pull me down. I have a few more things to ask about. She looks like she hasn't hit me. Off, but still lets me continue. Oh, still more questions. Alright, let everything you want to say. You should know what I want to ask. If he asks me to go on, fine. Emiya Shiro won't lose to you. Then I'll ask. You said this is the Holy Grail War. Then has anyone ever actually obtained the Holy Grail? Of course. Aside of, like that annihilation doesn't happen every time. Then, do not be hasty. It is easy to obtain it. After all, the Holy Grail is managed by the Church. If you speak, just touching it, I touch it every day. The Holy Grail is at the Church? Of course, it is the only vessel. It is empty. Rin said earlier that the Holy Grail is in spirit. What we maintain is a well-made replica of the Holy Grail. We use this as a catalyst to draw upon the real Holy Grail and transform it into a grail that grants wishes. It's like a relationship between servants and masters. Yes, It was indeed a man who obtained the real Holy Grail temporarily using that map. Then, was that Holy Grail real? No, what happened? The guy who obtained it. Nothing. The Holy Grail was imperfectly completed. It was the result of a foolish man, affected by sentiment. With the previous pressure gone, he just narrows his eyes as if in regret. What do you mean? Didn't the Holy Grail appear? It's easy just to make the Holy Grail appear. Once the 7 serpents are present, the Holy Grail will appear in time. It's been said, there is no reason to kill all the masters. But that does not complete the Holy Grail. The thing decides on appropriate master. For that reason, it could not be obtained by a man who avoided boundaries. So that just means it's useless to obtain the Holy Grail with a sending match with the other master. The master who obtained the Holy Grail war first in the last war was just a chicken. He just ran away from the Holy Grail, saying that he didn't want to fight the other masters. So saying, Tosaka looks away from Kotomine. Does that mean Kotomine was one of the masters in the Holy Grail? But he retired because he refused to fight in spite of obtaining the Holy Grail. You didn't fight. I did, until halfway. But I made a bad decision. As a result, I only obtained an empty Holy Grail. Well, I guess that was my limit anyway, because the other masters were all monstrous. I lost my servant first and was taken under my father's protection. Come to think of it, it was inappropriate for a son of the son supervisor to be chosen as a master. Father died at that time. Since then, I have succeeded as old supervisor, and I protect the Holy Grail of his church. Saying that, the priest called Kotomine Kire turns around. For him stands the symbol of worship. That is the end of our conversation. The only one qualification to obtain the Holy Grail are those who have servants. And when there's only one of you left, the Holy Grail should naturally appear in front of you. Tell me your decision next. Join this battle, the Holy Grail won't. Now. Where's my final decision? I'm at a loss for words. I had no reason to fight until just now. Now I have a reason to fight, and a will to decide. Excuse me while I quickly double check. Can I really accept that? Are you still undecided? Look, a master is not something you can just be because you want to. Rin has been trained long as a master. It is not determined that you will be a master. Oh, he decided beforehand. It was whether to prepare for it or not. Only magi are chosen as masters. If you are a magus, then you should have been ready already. I guess it cannot be helped if you say you are not. You and your teacher will fail you in that case. It is merely annoying for such a magus to be fighting. So get rid of your command spells now. He doesn't need to ask. Save! And I'm going to put a... Let's see, each one of these, it's 4x5. So there's 20. There are 40 bad ends. So I will use those as my bad end saves, and we will come back to them at some point. Fight! Pretty much, if you ever revoke your command spells, it's just not what you do. I won't run away. Honestly, this Holy Grail War Master stuff doesn't seem real to me. But, still, if there are only two choices, fighting or running away, I will never run away. That priest said it too. If I am a magus, I should be ready. That is why I must decide. Even though I am an amateur, Emiya is still a magus. No, you're not. If I have decided, I'm a superhero in the footsteps of the Emiya Kiritsugu, whom I've admired this entire time, I will fight as a master. If it's the cause of the fire 10 years ago in the Holy Grail, then I can't let it happen again. As if he likes my answer, the priest smiles with satisfaction. I take a deep breath. I have cut away all hesitation. As a man, I've said I will fight. From there on, all I go outside with pride, so that I will not go against my word. Then I shall approve you as Saber's master. In this instant, the Holy Grail War is accepted. I approve the battle in this town, and from now on only until one master remains, everyone shall follow their pride and compete fully against each other. The priest's voice echoes heavily throughout the church. There is no meaning to that declaration. Only Tozaka and I heard the priest's words. The man really rang the starting bell. It's the priest of this church. So it's decided. And I'm going home. But can I ask you a question too? I don't mind. This might be the last time answering Morton's question. Then I shall ask Kira. You're the one in charge of looking. You should have information on the other masters. I followed the association's rules. But at least tell me what you know. That's troubling. I really want to tell you, but I did not know the details either. Including Embishiro, there's many legitimate magi this time. There are only 2 masters I know about. 3 if you include Embishiro. I see. Still, you should know the order for some. You are the Berserker after all. Berserker was first. Master was second. The rest were pretty much the same. Archer was yesterday, and Saber was summoned a few hours ago. Then, that means the Holy Grail War has officially started. Rin, you are not allowed to come to this church until the Holy Grail War is over. The only time that is permitted is when I lose my servant and wish for protection, right? So I guess pretty much quite redundant. If I come for any other reason? That is correct. You may become the victor, but this church will not ignore the points deducted. They will take the Holy Grail away from you after a boring discussion. That would be the worst case scenario for me, because it would be really boring for me and I'd rather not have to deal with it. You fake priest, a person inside the church supporting the Magic Association. I am serving God. Well, that does not mean I am serving the church. Whatever. That's why you're a fake. And Tozaka turns her back to the priest. After that, she just makes her way to the exit without saying goodbye. Is that okay, Tozaka? He was your fellow people, right? So, shouldn't there be more proper farewell? I don't care. I rather feel relieved breaking the ties to him. More importantly, you should leave too. You have no business here now. Tozaka walks across the floor without stopping, and really leaves. I sigh and follow her. And then, Bill presses behind me and turn around. The priest, who was behind me before I knew it, is looking down on me. Do you have anything else to say? I back off as I say so. As I thought, I don't like it. Maybe it's just incompatible or something, but I can't get myself to like it. There's nothing to say I'm going. I make my way to the door, trying to skate a step. As I go, rejoice, boy. Your wish will finally come true. The priest says, as if declaring an oracle. Those words aren't those the true feelings I haven't yet realized? I'm saying all of a sudden. You should know, your wish will not come true unless there is a clear evil. Even if it's not something you approve of, a superhero requires a villain to defeat. I feel like everything has turned black. The priest said it. The greatest wish and the ugliest wish I have are the same. Yes, a desire to protect something is at the same time none other than a wish to something violent. No way I'd wish for something like that. I don't remember a moment wish for that. Such an insecure wish. It just means the target ideals are inconsistent. The priest says, pierce my heart, good thing you have an enemy now. No. You don't have to gloss over it. Your worries are right for a human being. I shake off the priest's words and walk to the door. Farewell, any issue. This will be my last warning. But take care on your way home. The world will change completely from now on. You are now at the point of kill or be killed. You are now a master. As soon as I leave, the pressure of my shoulder lifts. Certainly, you could stay away from that priest's help. Jessica standing out there in her uniform. The blonde-haired girl, the raincoat's her strangely well-matched sight takes the pressure off me. Saber is silent as always. He was looking at me in the decision I've made. Let's go. We're going the same way until we get back to town. Just like a starts walking. Following after her, we leave the church as well. The three of us descended the hill together. We didn't talk much of the way here. There's even less talk now. Even as dull as I am, I know why. After what happened in the church, I truly became a master. And that reason why Tosaka is walking a little apart from us. Understand that. Understand, but I don't like thinking about Tosaka. Is your servant okay? Yeah, Archer is okay, though it doesn't seem like the damage caused by Sabretooth will heal fast. I don't think I'll be able to materialize him for a while. He's not with you right now. No, he's taking shelter in my house right now. You'll be at a disadvantage if he was attacked by other servants right now, so I'm making him stay ready in the place of strength. I see. Unlike my house, I'll bet Tosaka's house will be prepared against attacks. The house is like a fortress for a magus. They will not lose as long as they stay there. Well, sort of. It must mean enemies will not attack you as long as you stay at your home ground. I see. The battlefield of my house is merely an alarm against intruders. But even having them, that makes a big difference. Oh yeah, Tosaka. That guy said he was the supervisor for the girl. But does he know of your servant? He shouldn't. I haven't told him. You guys have a good relationship, and so I thought. Hey, Amiken, I'll warn you now. Don't tell anybody about the servant's identity. Keep it a secret even who you trust, or you'll end up exiting this battle early. What do you mean, Saber's identity? What does that mean? Which hero the servant is? No matter how strong someone, if you reveal your potential, you'll surely be beaten someday. It's fine, so have Saber her real name later on. You should understand what I mean then. So, hang on. You're like this. It might be better if she didn't tell you. Why? Because you can't keep secrets. You'll be able to keep a secret better if you don't know about it. Hey now, who do you think I am? I can take care of myself. Really? Then do you have anything you're hiding from me? I think I'm hiding from you, that's... Fires up. I don't have a guilty conscience, but, well... Would kind of admiring her count as something I'm hiding from? See, I didn't know what you're hiding, but it's good if it shows on your face. You have other good aspects, so don't worry about it. Then what's about you? You're hiding from that priest, and then you don't trust him? Get it? Hardly. I'm not crazy enough to trust him. He's a cheat who transferred from the church to Magic Association without quitting the church. Probably sell my information to the other masters. Tosaka says with annoyance. It seems she really doesn't trust that priest. A bit relieved, but still her words do seem to hold a bit of affection. And we pass the bridge. There's no conversation between us now. Cold winter air and our cold breath. A faint sound following the water. White street lamps that light up the bridge. Small things like that are engraved into my memory. Oddly, I didn't think about it looking at Tosaka who's walking next to me. Right now, it's on the bridge, night together. It's more precious than seeing her face. Me, Tosaka, and a girl called Saber I know nothing about. We three walk without doing it. We've reached the intersection that leads to our houses, the place where I must part with Tosaka. We'll part here. I have repaid my debt. It would be troublesome if we stayed together any longer. We should part and become enemies from tomorrow on. It must be the end of the ambiguous position we were in right now. Tosaka starts walking and cuts off something. And that I realize. She did not explain the rules to me, in the sense of obligation. She just supported me, understanding the situation I'm in, and acted fairly. So things are back to normal once the explanations are over. I will be your target as a master now. So, what she just said was strange. Tosaka must have meant it would be difficult to fight. Feels empathy for me. For Tosaka, everything that happened tonight must have been unnecessary. It would be troublesome if we stayed together any longer. If she's going to say something like that, she should have left us alone from the beginning. Tosaka is smart, though she should know not all too well. But still, she set aside this loss and gain to help me out. But what happened tonight was totally out of good faith. Tosaka, out of me, too different how she is at school. Even when I put it nicely, she's sour, cranky, unapproachable, and she's so different. Man, I feel almost like a fraud. It's still Tosaka Arvine. She knows how. See, Tosaka, you really are a good person. What are you saying all of a sudden? I won't easy you even flatter me. I know that. You won't get easy on me, and that's why she said it'll be a bother. I know. I don't want to be enemies with you if I can help it. I like people. Totsuka falls silent for some reason. Out of Totsuka's house, the western style dish in the opposite direction from my place. Since she's taking care of me for now, I would like to walk her home, but anyway, just run to the church when your servant ever gets killed. If you do, at least your life will be safe. I won't like it, but still, I'll take that advice. It won't happen though. However, I'll die before Saber does. I calmly analyze the situation. Phew. Osaka reacts strangely once again. After letting out a sigh, she glances at Saber. Alright, I won't give you any more warnings because that'd be really the end of it. Just be careful. Even though Saber is strong, it won't matter if you, her master, gets killed. He turns back and starts walking. But, as if she goes, her feet stop dead in their tracks. Tosaka. Needless did I call her name, my left hand throbs in pain. Have you finished talking? A young voice echoes through the night. The voice is like a song, unmistakably of that of a young girl. My vision is drawn to the top of the hill. I don't know when the clouds parted, and a bright moon is now shining in the sky. There. Small Murder Child and Blade McGee. A long shadow with a strange shape can be here in the pale town. Shadow pictures. Berserker. Berserker was a word I'm not accustomed to hearing. I don't even need to ask. That thing is definitely a servant. At the same time, an overwhelming sense of death exceeding the one of fire 10 years ago. Good evening, Onita. This is the second time we've met like this. The girl smiles as she says so. That innocent sends a chill down my spine. No spine is an instinct. Not just my body, but my mind is frozen as well. That thing is a monster. I'm not staring at it, just its presence makes me unable to move. I understand naturally that I will die at the moment I move even a muscle. It feels like a knife is pushed right against my naked chest. Still, I hear nothing. Probably because there's too little hope in me of getting out of this alive. All fears of impatience are drowned in hopelessness, so I don't feel a thing. Crap, he's totally on a completely different level. Unlike me, who's totally paralyzed, Tosaka has the composure to stand ready. It will come down to nothing. Even though, I only see her back, I can sense the despair she's feeling. Oh, your servant is taking your breath. That's no fun. I thought I'd kill you both at once. The girl says unhappily, as she looks down at the hill. We're in an even worse situation now. That girl knows Tosasa's servant isn't here. Then the girl bows unsuitably for this situation. Nice to meet you, Rin. I am Ilias. You should work it out. If I make that Iliasfeel von Einsburn. Einsburn. Tosaka spot slightly. She seems to recognize that name. Perhaps she liked Tosaka's reaction. The girl smiles happily and then I'll kill you. Go ahead, Berserker. She orders the strange shape behind her, as if she's singing. Larger body flies through the air. The same thing called Berserker comes flying down the whole distance top of the hill. Sure, stay back. Saber runs. Her raincoat comes off. Vision is blocked from Huzzah! Saber runs to Berserker's landing point. Berserker lands with a huge thud at the point. The air trembles. Saber stops Berserker's great sword with her invisible sword. Saber makes a pained face. There. Berserker's gigantic sword flashes like a whirlwind. The great thunderous roar. The crash of steel almost tears the air, resulting in defeat. A sliding sound. Even though she blocked Berserker's giant sword, she's driven back along with the sword she used to block it. Their posture collapses. The lead-colored servant chases her. The gray figure swings his giant sword, the only thing he knows how to do. Saber doesn't have time to dodge, blocks it with her sword. It doesn't matter if it's invisible or not. Each of Berserker's attacks is a fatal one that must be blocked with all her power. Therefore, Saber has to stay on the defensive. For her, the only means of attack in between Berserker's attacks. But it's only if Berserker leaves an opening. The black sword is just like a stone. With such a large body, with such a large soul, and yet Berserker is moving faster than Saber. The attacks he sends was smashing the swing with no technique to it. But that's enough. There's no overpowering speed, there's no glitch. Techniques are something humans invented to compensate for their weaknesses. And this is that giant doesn't. Run. I'm running my food. Nothing cannot be defeated. Saber will be killed if we go on like this. She should run away. It would be easy for her to get away if we just took her. She should already know. Oh, that's bad. My body is numb. Maybe that's why the line is so calm. Storm of death that strikes without a pause. Unable to take all the attacks, Saber retreats. Listen. A final blow that cannot be blocked. Saber's body rises. She manages to defend against Berserker's giant sword, even in the bad posture. But that's only to avoid a fatal wound. She cannot brace herself totally with the giant sword. Back blows her away. She falls, her body drawing a big edge. Where she falls on her back, Sable turns mid-air, lands on her feet. She manages to recover. The red blood is running down her chest. That's stupid of me. I was forgetting something important. I don't know if I did one day, but this is already her third battle. And on top of that, Saber has the wound in her chest inflicted by Lancer. Saber moves as they protect her chest. Berserker moves and slashes like a raging. The wound is Saber and receives many attacks on his back. I don't know what kind of magic it is, but Berserker's body explodes like a spell. Without any magical energy given out, the magic directly hitting Berserker must be impact close to that of a high-caliber pistol. But even that is meaningless. It doesn't even scratch Berserker's body. It isn't nullifying magic like Saber. It's just that magic is not doing any damage. What kind of ridiculous body does he have? Tosaka doesn't stop casting. But Berserker ignores Tosaka's spells and charges at Saber. Saber raises her head in pain, fills up her soul to still fight. That gets my body to move again. No, run, Saber! I yell with all my might. Hearing that, she faces the enemy she cannot. There's no end to Berserker's attack. Saber's body sinks every time she blocks the blow, and she slowly approaches her partner. But still, when the small frame have all that power, Saber doesn't retreat. She blocks the surging wave with a giant sword and tries to fight back Berserker with her willpower. There is no chance of victory. The way she's holding her ground looks bizarre. As she should know, she will be defeated if she keeps fighting. Maybe it's something in her posture. Figure 7 now roars. The blow impossible to block. The blow that swings. Saber blows over. The sound of something falling in the distance. Fresh blood spills out. That plot of blood with a body. We get back up. She stands up unconsciously. It's as if she's saying she will not be killed. She doesn't do so. That makes me realize how foolish my choice was. Berserker stops after defeating Saber. Without paying attention to me or Tosaka, it waits for orders from the top of the hill. There's no way for you to be able to beat him. My Berserker is the greatest hero of Greece. Greatest hero. Yes, the one standing. The devil called Heracles. He's the worst monster there is. On a different level from the heroes you could summon. The girl called herself Ilia and narrows her eyes cheerfully. These are eyes of joy, about to finish off her enemies. I don't even want to kill Lara. Saber will kill right there. What am I going to do? I'm going to fight monster in her place. I can't do that. Just approaching that thing without being prepared would stop my heart. Bad end. I'm going to save Saber, because that's the good option. I have a list of bad ends, so I know what choices lead to bad ends. Whenever there's a choice that directly leads to a bad end, I will have a save for it, and we could just run through. I can't abandon someone who needs help. Shiro has chosen to live like that. Most importantly, I can't leave the girl who fought to protect me. Most of the choices, actually, in the Fate and UBW routes, you can tell which one's the right one by simply following by following Shiro's kind of ideals, and usually that's the right option. Not always, but usually. In the Heavensfield route, throw all that out the window because it's a completely different thing. That's what the choice was. Alright, Berserker. Shield generates, so bring her down in one blow. Berserker resumes his action. I've run with all my strength. There's no way I can do anything. The least I can do is push Saber away and save her from Berserker. I fall. What? I was going to push Saber away. Okay, Berserker. So what? Why am I on the ground, not able to breathe? Plonk. I hear shocked voices. First from Saber, who is right in front of me, and Tosaka is astonished at a distance. For some reason, Ilya, who's looking down at me, is dumbfounded. Also surprised. I'm missing my stomach. On the ground. My gosh, felt this moment of blood. The wound. Soft-looking organs, bones, many things like that. Oh, I see. How stupid of me. In short, I didn't make it in time. Yes, it was supposed to push Saber out of the way, so I just shielded her. And my stomach was blown up by the sword. I feel shame myself for failing treating like this. But I'm working hard to become super. But I keep making mistakes when it really counts. What? So I heard big yes in a daze. After standing dumbfounded for a while. That's enough. This is boring. Without finishing off Saber, she calls Berserker back. Rin, I'll kill you if I ever see you again. Girl leaves. After watching her leave, my vision cuts out. My consciousness fades away. I really can't recover this time. Somehow safe when I killed by lance, but that won't happen again. There's probably no magic in who has lost most of their stomach. What are you thinking? Don't you? No, I can't save you again. I hear an angry voice. It's probably Tosaka. She's really angry, and I'm sorry. But it can't be helped. It's not like I can do. Same like Tosaka. All I could do was use my body. So that's why. The only thing I could do was use my body to shield Saber. And the opening doesn't play because the opening is buggered. 2-3 partner. Specifically, the Fate route. Hey, we finally got here. We are now in proper the Fate route. It's exactly where I wanted. Day 4. You know what? We'll actually do the bad ends now. Oh, whoops! I did the wrong one. Oh well, we're good. I still can't. It's still save point, so we'll do this really quick. We'll revoke. Now he doesn't even need to ask me. I won't fight. I'll abandon my rights as a master. I look directly at the priest and answer. I see. I'm disappointed. But it is a master's will. Shiro has abandoned his rights as a master and withdrawn from the leader. Is that acceptable, Rin? Priest again, not me. I don't care. That is Rin's choice. I can't say anything about it. I'll take that sense of guilt as a yield. And let's begin right away. Shiro, put out your left arm. Fine. To be quick, I'm merely erasing the command spell. There are two factors causing Master to be masters. One is the contract. The other is the command spell on your arm. You'll be freed from the Holy Grail if you lose both of these. Breeze takes my left arm, and this will hurt. Try to relax. The plunge, you my arm with his bare hands. While he jerks in pain. Now someone touched my arm. It is not an illusion. There was an illusion. With my arm being ripped off. In reality, there isn't a scratch on my arm. Your fingers my flesh. It's just a priest's fingers. You're transparent like a ghost sinking into my arm. Done. The operation was successful. With my left arm, there are no wounds, only pain remains. Exchange for unpleasantness. The command spell changed shape. No, there are fewer strokes on it now. Yes, there's 3 strokes per command. Kirei took 2 of them from me. Like a spiritual doctor who removes the affected part that hurt in the body. Spiritual doctor. And the special being the spirit. Now here magic is a curse. Remove the infected part. Let's use a single surgical knife. Spiritual treatment is unusual. In civilized areas. It's not something a man of church knows. Don't say that. I was unfit to be a priest the moment I took magic. It should not matter what kind of magic. I know. Unfit for a priest. Do not matter. The only thing I was good at. I learned many magics, but this was the one that fit me. My magical attribute is specialized in opening wounds. For good or for bad, that's that I am inferior even to my student. For good or for bad. Of course it's good. There aren't many spiritual doctors as good as you in the association, and there are only a few in the church that can handle the spirits as well as you do. Who knows? No matter how great healing methods are, the spirit is only a contract treatment relying on the law. It is nothing close to a miracle that allows connection with the soul and of the body. But anyway, the treatment is complete. The rest is up to you, Emily. Use your last command spell to cut your contract between you and your servant. Cut the contract with the servant. Yes, request abolition. He's waiting outside. In this case, I'm actually just going to skip, because it's basically, here, walk back, you die, the end. We shall, indeed, go to the Tiger Dojo. The Tiger Dojo is the strange hit corner. If you would like to beat the game by yourself, or if you would like to keep the characters' images intact, please be warned. Tiger Dojo. Hello everyone, it's doing fine. An hour of gaming day. For all you died so easily, this is the assistant corner that solves all your problems in a flash. The Tiger Dojo. But first of all, I would like to ask the meaning of this corner is. It totally destroys the mood of the actual story. Answer, senior student. This dojo is backstage. Always saves the dull and stupid Shiro. It can be said that the central foundation supports fate itself. It would be an exaggeration to call this main storyline of fate. Marvelous, bravo! Yes, well done. I think everyone's starting to realize now. This dojo is more important part of fate. Everyone, please don't be tricked by this fake heroine's too large for the story. If you see dangerous choice, please choose it. Well, as if for this hero. Oh man, squashed lower body, only the head left. Someone who knows brutally cruel. What do you think of that? No problem. This is a cute and pop genocide of love. Unsatisfactory. Oh, I made a mistake. This is a result of a weak Oni-chan whose particular heroine angle. That is right. In other words, broken samurai code. Seppuku. If you turn your back. From now on, please choose cowardly choices like this, as you'll die a lot. But since it's supposed to be a Q&A corner, I shall help you with your puzzle. Senior student, what is the countermeasure this time? Go back to the choice and choose the other one. Alright, well done. Unexpected death like this, set up all over the place. So it's standard to say that choices. Okay. Yeah. So first things first, I'm actually going to load this save. And I'm going to actually save it. Come on. I'm going to actually save it where I'm supposed to save it. I'm actually going to delete that one. We'll ignore its existence. And we will load this one. That. In this case, it is Runaway with Tosaka. which will provide us with the lovely option, well, the lovely Tiger Dojo number 2. As they said, cowardly, bad idea. Die, and I'm Elia, keeping Tiger company out of compassion, even though I don't have to be here. Daria! Senior student, your name in this dojo is senior student. Throwing me back, the demonic sword Torashina is truly fearsome indeed. Torashinai has been added to the weapons dictionary. Did you hear this weird sound right now? Torashinai, Fujimoto Taiga. Shinai that was originally suggested of the prominent swordsman, Japan, Kamizuma Budobitatsu, as a weapon to be used in matches in place of real sword and wind swords. Leaving all such complicated stories aside, the Torashinai is Fujinai's favorite sword of choice. Roll back 5 years. Because the tiger strap in the Shinai is considered bad manners, she was not permitted to enter some official tournaments. The Kendo Club members complained that her name would have been known all over Japan were it not for this Shinai. But they were rather relieved she stayed unknown. The demonic sword that will not rest until it tastes blood, sealed by the Fujimoto family. No. Anyways, what's that theme? Our topic is about bad endings. It's sudden, but you die easily in Fate. You lay your cards down. Everyone basically shows no mercy. So with proper practice to save every time of your choice. Shares everyday life is scrambled filled with red lights. Now, as I said, I know basically when there's a bad end and when there's not. So I have a bunch of choices that basically whenever saves, which I'm not going to bother saving in, because they matter less. Well, I'll probably save at them, but they matter less, so we are less likely to have problems in the long run. Well, in Fate anyway, in UBW it's a bit less forgiving. Chesto. Ouch, Master, that should die really hurts. Please, support Chesto tonight. Request denied. Klein. A girl who kills out of love should run around these dojos 3 times at once. But I'm gonna guess anything. You don't want this tiger stamp? Oh, alright, I'll go. Well, because of your death, it's time to consider running away from the very changed child. It's kill or be killed once you meet her. Be careful, since half-hearted choices will only bring death. Tiger, there's a really weird cat near the dojo. Step on its tail and drive it off. And don't call me Tiger. Right, I made it go somewhere. Very well, then we are done. The story is just getting started. Once you get through this trouble, the battle as a master will finally start. Or maybe it won't start yet. Which is it? I guess a bit more training? As such, we are set to go. We'll put this back here so we don't forget. So when we reload up, we can just go straight for the proper one without worrying. If we go to the extra screen, we can go to the end list, and we have tiger stamps. There's 40 of them. That's why I wanted 40 save slots. And once we do that, we get 3 Koha Ace shards that are great. And the ending list here will, as you complete the routes, you will get more endings. In Fate, there is only 1 ending. In UBW and Heaven's Field, there are 2 endings. There's an extended ending that is available for Fate. So it should be cool. We'll see how it goes. Day 4 will happen. So, we shall see. Hopefully you had some illuminating time. We will continue the days as we move forward in the future.